Guns of Saga. US Army delay, North Korea advance. Okay. At the beginning of September, the North Koreans began a powerful drive against the southern end of the Pusan perimeter that was defended by the US 25th Infantry Division. One penetration was attempted against the 35th Infantry Regiment, and the North Koreans actually broke into the rear of the American lines. Soon the North Koreans were assaulting several batteries of artillery. The heaviest fighting took place within gun positions of Battery A, 64th Field Artillery Battalion. Receiving warning of the approaching North Koreans, the men of Battery A had to quickly dig in. Fortunately for the Americans, they had in their possession several half-tracks armed with quad 50 caliber machine guns. Okay, so basically, how much of a repeat of our previous mission is this? Because it seems that we're more or less fighting the same fight for a third time, and I'm not particularly interested. Do they have T-34s or what? A mortar. There's definitely a road, so T-34 is possible. We are anti-infantry. We have a howitzer. Yeah, I think we are very good against infantry. That's it. If they have anything else, we are pretty much just owned. We have massive long range anti-air machine guns. 12 turns, so this is probably okay. I'll have to reduce the visibility ranges or reaction ranges of some of our units. Especially the half-tracks probably have a massive reaction range. Don't know what to shoot at yet, really. I think I'll hold fire until we get a proper target. He's gonna shoot up to 30, so maybe go like half range. I have no idea what to expect. 207 hexes. How about new? Let's go 1.25 for you. The machine guns have medium machine guns, a lot of machine guns. Rifle squad 4. That's our range. That is our range. So this is basically engineer squad. And we have a whole squad of engineers. That's it. So holy ass balls. If they have anything that's even slightly armored, I'm fucked. I'm thoroughly fucked. Machine gun will die, but it did its job. It revealed the enemy. Also retreated where my actual infantry is, so we got boned. Okay. That's a nice carpet of enemies. And they're coming over the field here too. I think we don't have any infantry on the field. Okay, we have to any chance you could do direct fire? I think that's better than trying to do bombardment if we have an option. I mean, this is more or less what the mortar would be doing anyway. So, I prefer direct fire. We'll try to focus on a single unit enough so we can get it routed or retreating. Rotate. Hind. Probably should prioritize the machine guns. They're not good at killing, but they're good at suppressing. And it's that guy. Right. How many gun groups do we have? We have D and E at least. Sapper Squad. I prefer to get our target to fairly low health instead of just switching targets constantly, because they're not going. It's not gonna stick. If we just damage them a little bit, they're pretty soon back in action. If we can drop them below half health, more or less, then it's basically impossible to get the suppression down to 0 anymore. It'll hover maybe a little bit above 10, a little bit below 10. The reason I'm spreading fire now is because they're way too close. I can't fire with the infantry at all. Any infantry that fires in that group of enemies is gonna get slaughtered. Reaction fire will be just way too much. Right, so that's artillery done, and I think we did fairly well. Headquarters shouldn't be doing anything. Do we have out-of-map artillery? I don't think so. I have four of these vehicles. I don't think the North Koreans will have an efficient way to kill them. That's our strength here. Yeah, and at close range the casualties these can inflict is massive. Spreading the love around a little bit. 6 men killed, holy shit. A heavy machine gun might be enough to destroy one of these, but I'm not sure. I shoot Mr. Pinned here. Okay. The question is, do we want to start shooting with the machine guns quite yet? They're outside our effective range. I don't think we should fire above range 10 unless there's a easy target for us to go for. Spreading the love a little bit. Might not be all that effective, but we gotta do it. Every ready squad needs to be shot at. I think they're a bit too far for us. Right. This is no good. The position isn't exactly god-awful, but it's not good either. At the same time, it allows us to have a little bit of depth in our defenses. So, yeah, but I don't think this guy's in the correct place staying here. Can't even see anyone. You see too much. What exactly do you see though? It says 11, but no targets, right? Why? Because they're out of range. That is a thing. Yeah, range 4. I think we can go full range, I think. Same with you. HQ has a carbine ranges. I really wish the HQ wouldn't fire too much. But we'll see. We more or less just need to turn them around for a few turns. Then the morale suppression effect will start to stick. Currently they can still recover from it. That will change quickly. Especially if the vehicles get to fire a little longer and the artillery gets to affect a little bit. I'm happy to lose the machine guns, they're fairly ineffectual. At this distance they could slaughter my infantry just as well. So something's gonna die no matter what, since we aren't dug in too well. There's no perfect option for us. Yeah, there's quite a lot of infantry coming our way. What do we need to shoot at? Might have been better to shoot at the heavy machine gun. It might have the accuracy to get through. You also have to be ready to pull back. There's no point losing the vehicles here. Just cause casualties, pull back. I think on the next turn I'll pull back. How much armor do these have? 1. And open tops 2. So it's not like they're going to be able to take too much damage. But they can pretty much rush us at this point, so I'm not sure if there's any real point in trying to hold our position here, because there's no way I can actually hold it. So we can more or less fire twice in a turn. It's gonna be pretty bad. Still, the effect is there. Want to shoot at the ready groups. I mean, pinned groups can still fire, but ready groups are very effective and recover morale very easily. I suppose I could save shots too, but we're probably gonna run out of ammunition we're probably going to die before we run out of ammunition. At the same time, I don't see a huge benefit in just holding our shots in order for us to burst a little bit of extra damage on the follow-up turn. There's a steady wave of infantry just coming our way. I don't really see much of a point there. With tanks and things like that, there's definitely a point. Solid carpet of infantry is a little bit different. Yeah, I'll take any. The mortar might be something worth saving because I can only target a guy that's fairly far away and it's routing. So it's not much of an issue. I'm sort of thinking we might want to pull back. There's no quick way to do it, but at the same time, there's sort of some value to holding our ground here as long as we can, because we can't have powerful enough of a defensive line where we can hold the line without giving in at least a little bit. So we might as well start the shooting war as early as possible. What do we want to do with this guy? Range 4? No, this actually has a proper range. Which is what, though? Around 10, I'd say, for effective range. Same with this one. Yeah, it actually makes sense to stay here, because we can effectively fire on top of that. Right. Range 4. Same with this. I think we're better served by more or less just blocking the view. Yeah. Reason being, we are more or less going to just slaughter everyone if we can get to use the hand grenades and flamethrower at point blank range, and we have a lot of ammunition for them. But we're going to lose every fight that's not close range. I mean, we have no chance at all in hell of surviving it. This will block our artillery capabilities there too, though. Probably should pull back the HQ unit. Yep. Machine guns just destroy them immediately. First line of defense will be lost no matter what, and we need to start pulling the vehicles back. Still, we caused some casualties on them. Heavy machine guns have to be prioritized with vehicles. I'm not sure what difference it would have made if we would have bombarded with artillery, indirect artillery instead of direct fire, because the suppression effect will be different. And if you have a carpet of infantry coming your way, you might prefer the suppression effect instead of the direct fire effect. But this is how I roll this time. See where it takes us. We'll definitely have to pull back, no doubt about that. Survivors disperse, excellent. I want at least one turn to move and then wait still so I'll hit more accurately. Right. Two squads destroyed. We probably shouldn't hold here. Can't see shit. Wind is no good. A little bit of more fire under their ass is definitely wanted. Survivors disperse. Yes, please. Yes, please. Retreating. Retreat away. Attack range is probably 4. Yes. I think we would be better off. Well, the building is usually actually fairly safe location. This guy is going to be pressured very, very hard. Might easily lose the HQ unless I pull back. I don't think it's worth risking the HQ. If we lose that, it's a huge blow to us. But do we want to start doing some actual bombardment? I'm not sure about the flag, but there's so many infantry coming through that even with the guy here being fairly good, they're still going to come through. There's no doubt about that. So maybe a little bit of artillery right on top of their heads. Alternatively, shoot the ridge here. It's going to be a nice mass of infantry coming through there too. This is, I think, a better target though. It's a single point where we can. I can't actually do an indirect fire on them. Fine. Yeah, and they can see me through some miracle. Yeah, the smoke cleared just at the right time. Thanks game. Guess I wasn't paying enough attention. Just fucking run away and have the smoke there. You're just getting slaughtered. I feel like the game would benefit greatly if we could sort of signal your intentions some way in these. Like, do you want to stay there and fight till death? If your purpose is to just move away and you encounter heavy fire, just retreat at the basically the moment you encounter enemy fire, enemy contact, because you have no reason to hold the ground. It's a shitty ground. You're just moving through it. That's the only thing you do. So why the fuck are you sacrificing your unit strength into holding it? Yeah, staying there was a terrible idea. There's just such a mass of infantry coming through. It doesn't matter what kind of Superman you have there. It has no chance of really surviving. Okay. Can't see shit. See too much shit. Still, their casualties every turn are significant. So I'm not sure how bad this is gonna end up being for us. Yeah, we are gunning them down every turn. Every turn they have fewer and fewer squads to push forward with. They don't have that many guys that can actually make a solid push either. You can see an actual enemy. It's retreating, I don't care, fire at it. It's close enough that we can reasonably do damage to it. And retreating doesn't mean all that much, so at least it's routed now. Survivors disperse. Yeah, I'm not waiting for them to get closer this time. The moment we can fire with the better ones we can fire. Probably routed. The other rifle squad, waiting for the enemy to come over the hill. Ah. Two full squads wasted for no particular reason. I now fire indirect fire. It's the reason I can't shoot it. Well, I can at least fire the mortars there. Maybe I've used some kind of a direct fire on them, or is it too close? No. Only one of them is capable of firing so quickly. Yeah, this is why you want... This is not... That's not going to work. The reaction fire is fine, but it's not going to work because someone else would need to draw the fire, otherwise the artillery is just gonna get slaughtered. Survivors disperse! To cause casualties to the ready squads. Also, rifle squads are more dangerous to me. Sappers have the firepower, but they need to be fairly close range to utilize that. Rifle squads have the range. Doing indirect fire. Not a bad idea for that one. What exactly are you shooting at? Sappers? No, it's a rifle squad. Shoot it. We can easily make a last minute push to try to regain flags. I'm not too worried about that. Especially if we can get control of one of these retreating units. They're doing better, but they're still doing fairly poorly. I think they're doing mostly well because the HQ is so close now. I have too many squads, even though I can turn back a few, but they just have more and more coming through. And they found the HQ. So I'd say we got off light as far as the infantry engagement is concerned. I don't think I've probably lost a handful of units, as in individuals within the squads. So more or less our fighting effectiveness hasn't been affected by that much. Our wounded units have been moving a little bit further, and like one gun has probably been disabled fully. That's more or less it. Still, we have to turn them around now, or it's the death for us. Okay, pick your targets. Six men killed, survivors disperse. They've abandoned a gun. The mortars can probably shoot at these, I'm not too worried about them. Another enemy squad destroyed. I'll keep pulling back a little bit, but not much. Rifle squad destroyed. Reposition. Right. Mortars first. I need to suppress the enemy groups here. How about you? Preferably shoot at groups that are ready to move out. Okay. Retreating is not good enough. I need to route it. Routed it is. What exactly can you do? Should I shoot the easy targets or go for something that might actually make a difference? Holy shit. Yeah. Probably should have taken a look in this direction first. You've abandoned your gun. Excellent. You're the only one who can save the guns down south. I don't think you'll do. It's not enough. Still, it's the rifle squad that's the problem. It has the ranging capability and accuracy to actually kill things. The sapper likely doesn't. Still, I think we should focus on these targets. There could be more coming our way, so we can't even turn back these. We're certainly not gonna turn back the rest. There should be a couple routed groups. They're pinned. They can easily turn around. Ready rifle squad. You're an actual rifle squad, yes. So you can kill things. Disperse, excellent. Another disperse, right. Anything interesting we can do? Not really. We stopped more or less just shitting our own pants. And I think I'll continue pulling back the HQ unit. There could be a decent wave still coming our way. Want to put some distance between us and the enemy infantry. This will give HQ will allow us to recover our get rid of the suppression more easily. I don't want to lose it. I think there's some negative if the close by units will lose it. Still, there's way too much. At the same time, I mean, they're gonna come through to the forward flags, but the units on the next flags can maybe hold them up, because if I can get a couple of extra squads from you, that's more or less it. The time will run out even if they could rally later on. Holy shit, there's a carpet of them. Yeah, we're definitely losing the forward guns. They're either being abandoned or destroyed. One way or another, they're gone. On the positive side, they are firing with everything they have on them. That being the positive, that they can't really do all that much else. Problem being that's quite a bit already they can do, and we're retreating, so can't do shit. If this unit could have fired on them, that would have been more or less sufficient to deal with things. No such luck. Now we're going to have to retreat again. Not sure how much really. You can clearly see something. North Korean HQ destroyed. Don't mind if I do. That could be a difference-making kill right there. The main effect will be, yeah, they can't get rid of suppression anymore. And survivors disperse. I'm actually surprised this howitzer can do a goddamn thing anymore. Great position, but it cannot be the one to initiate the firing. Ah, right. Pinned is not good enough. There's no way I can suppress all of them. There's just so many. So many. Ah, crap. Realistically, let's start with the faraway guns. I think I can do at least something. Sapper squad doesn't have the range. I think Sapper squads more or less are traps for me. I should not be shooting at them at all. Right, we get 2 shots. Still a bit risky to shoot. Gotta shoot something. It's not like we can move away from here. An actual rifle squad that can do something. That's a rarity. And it's enough to immediately stop their attack right then and there. Fine. Retreat, retreat, retreat. You're the disappointment. I could have used you in this situation. I could have very easily turned things around. Right. You are close range. Not much I can do with this. More or less something that even they shouldn't really fire upon. But they might. So I'm keeping them. Right, just things don't look particularly good, but they don't look catastrophically bad either. They still have a huge wave of infantry coming at us. But there's a lot of routed and retreating guys, and we got the HQ, so I'm not sure they can turn things around either. They have 4 turns left, and they're maybe a turn or 2 away from the initial flags. But it's all open ground. So even if they get there, it's not that easy to actually hold on to that. And they're still shooting at the forward guns. We have around 3 guns after them and 3 mortars and all the vehicles and a couple of infantry squads. So, and we need like a shot or 2 from any of them and we can neutralize them as well. So it could go either way. It really depends. Yeah, they can pressure us still, but honestly, I don't know. It could be sort of similar to like in the previous mission, where both will lack the capability of pushing forward, while both have enough wounded city troops to hold their own. I think that's a very likely scenario here. However, we'll try to do better. Retreating is good enough for me. I'm more or less trying to suppress them so I can use the infantry and vehicles in front. Already squads are the target. The pinned isn't good enough. We need retreating at least. Well, we got a couple of retreating squads. That's gone. Survivors disperse. I want casualties, mass casualties. No minor shots here and there. I need troops just wiped out. They would have to go into the open against heavy machine guns. It's not like they can't do it. It's can they do it in 3 turns? And I don't think so. At the same time, there's way too much smoke and units there, so I could push to those, or that's certainly either. So almost anything could really happen there. I'm just more or less shooting to cause casualties, hoping for unit destructions like that. Might not lead to anything, but it'll all make a difference at this point. If we're lucky, we might get a unit leader or platoon leader. 2 howitzer shots. Try to stop that one from taking flags. Thank you. Routed or retreating. So I think we are more or less okay here. Just making sure these guys actually are properly retreating. Same with you. They're sort of just pinned or retreating so they could turn around. Want to encourage them not to do that. Survivors disperse. Excellent. Holy shit, Sergeant Diaz to the rescue. Just pinned now. Are you one of the good rifle squads? Are they good targets for you to shoot at? Not really, no. They're too far away. We can shoot at them, but we won't be all that effective. I think we want to start moving a little bit closer, not too much. Sergeant Taylor! Another good squad back in action. Survivors disperse. Survivors disperse. Excellent. 2 extra kills for you. We can still have shots left. Anyone close enough to actually bother shooting at? Yes. Survivors disperse. So 3 kills immediately. You are sort of worthless, but at the same time, not really. He's been taking a lot of shots. He can't really contribute anything useful to the killing part, but he's the reason some of us have time to recover their bravery and start attacking again. So he's been very useful. Right. I think we are gonna take this. Might not even be a marginal victory this time. Unless they have a huge amount of fresh troops. That'll turn them around quickly. Okay, they're going after the HQ now, and they're within distance to actually get it down. But it's not with fresh troops, it's just that the retreating troops can still get their shit together. And that's something I can't handle. I mean, I might be able to hold my own, but that's it. That looks like a heavy machine gun. It was a heavy machine gun. Survivors disperse. Survivors disperse. Good shot. Survivors disperse. 8 kills. Holy shit, one of the crews actually is back in action. It's too far away from the gun though. Still, what else are we gonna do? In the southern group, I don't really see any hope of things turning around. They're not in a totally hopeless situation either, though. But with the northern enemy group, there's still they could still easily get back in the game. Okay, it doesn't really matter what we shoot, just shoot at something. Survivors disperse. Excellent. They're retreating, but they aren't routed yet. At least there's a risk that they might... No, now they're routed. Still, I don't particularly want to risk them turning around, so survivor disperse. And you're one of the better groups. Excellent. Give me a shot. No such luck. HQ can't move. I think I'll just try to save my own ass. The suppression effect from the HQ is the one we want anyway. 2 turns left. Yeah, I'm not seeing any good... yeah, they couldn't do a jack shit this turn. So I think we basically got at least marginal victory as far as things stand now. Nothing here is really threatened. It's the fate of these three flags that's in question. They're routed and pinned here, but they could still turn things around. They can certainly return fire. It's not over yet. We can't just rush in there and hope that things will just magically go our way. Retreating is not good enough. Still, it was a sapper squad, so it's not like it was going to do anything. Disperse! Yes. We could push closer. We should push closer. Even if it's going to end up failing, there's no point just aiming for basically undecided fight. We might as well go for the victory. Even if it doesn't work, we can still, well, we can still secure the current end result. It's not like we have a lot to lose here. Right. We definitely need the vehicles to support the action here, much closer to flags. Oh, hello, machine gun. Right. There are still definitely units there that can act. Survivors disperse. What exactly can we shoot at? Ready for action. We don't have time to get back into action though. Get rid of the machine gun. If it gets its bravery back, Jesus Christ! If it recovers its suppression or get morale, rather, it can destroy our vehicles. Did I miss something? Don't really think so. So if they can't bring new attacks this turn, we can at least attempt the flags, right? So they've got nothing left as far as I can see. This is the last turn anyway. So it's now or never. Still, they're pinned. They haven't been retreating for a while. They're just holding their ground. Let's not do anything hasty. Might as well use the artillery first. What are our options? We probably should aim at the northern units, because that's where we might be able to make a difference. The southern ones are not nowhere near the flags, and they don't threaten the remaining guns either. So more or less we're looking to light some fire under the ass of the northern guys. To make them stop being pinned and actually retreat. Although no such luck. Survivors disperse. At least we achieved something. This guy is pinned even though it has no suppression. can't do anything anymore. HQ can't do shit. So we have a couple of vehicles that can still move, and this is the last turn, so we'll have to move in a way where we have to go for the flags if we want to have anything to do with them. You shot at us. That's how little pinned actually means. Still not sure how much it actually matters. But it's not like we can shoot anything else, so we might as well. Alright, so more or less we have 1 infantry unit and 3 vehicles to make a move. We can probably go for the flags with the vehicles, no problem. I'm thinking, should we go load the units in first or not? That's the more important deciding factor. Not sure if we can... yeah, too heavy. Well, that solves that little problem, doesn't it? Survivors disperse. These guys could still turn around. Try to encourage them not to do that though. Who the hell do you even see? You. That's not a threat. We want to go next to the sappers. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we can do. So, if they can't take anything back, this should be well, I'm not sure if it's a decisive victory, but still. Better than what we've had in the previous missions. Can they get to the flag? No, not quite. Not quite. We take some casualties, but they took like 5 times the losses. You have won a decisive victory and suffered only minor losses. The enemy forces have fled and you have congratulations. It's not a bad mission, but again, there's nothing really new here. This is the old shit. I'd like something new at this point. What are we? This was Guns of Saga, I think. So 50. How many Korea missions do we have left? About... ooh, tanks. About 5. I still hope they can put something else there. China should be at least a different type of an opponent, if nothing else. Yeah, this was last of the... No, there's still 1 North Korea mission. After that, it's China. So 4 missions against North Korea, 4 missions against China.